Hey Bad Publicity fans, this is Mark from Ice Hedge Fund. We're back with the Decklist of the week, which this week is Nasir. Yes, this is one that I wasn't too thrilled about seeing as Decklist of the week, but fair play to PTD. They seem to have made this work. Got ninth in Edinburgh's Bring Another Brit to Worlds stop, which is pretty impressive, especially as Edinburgh is fairly known for trying to kill people, and Nasir is fairly known for not having any money at all. So, I'm curious to see how this works. Now, there is one comment here which sums up this deck and how I feel about it, is that PTD knows this deck inside and out. And that's the thing about Nasir, is you need to know all his outs, you need to know how to play the deck, and I have had my own heartbreak with Nasir, so curious to see how this deck works. I have done a little bit of testing, and I'll be honest, I am not entirely sure still how it goes. So if the decklist author is out there, it'd be great to get some insight and comments. Just to see how it's supposed to be piloted. The first thing you'll notice about looking at this is there is no personal workshop, which already makes it a million times different than any Nasir I've played. Instead, you're using things like DaVinci, which, if you've never seen it before, which would be understandable, whenever you make a successful run, you place a power counter on it, and then you can trash DaVinci to install a card from your hand equal to or less than the number of power counters on DaVinci, ignoring the install cost. So you can get your magnum opus out once you've done 5 runs, for example. Or as they mention, you can get your political operative down, you can get your hunting grounds down, just to mess with people who think that they've caught you with like a Brainstorm or Komainu or Caprice Nice. So some interesting stuff there. Breaker-wise, you seem to be looking at Faust as a main breaker. Study Guide as well allows you to hide some credits, and that's what this deck is all about, is you get some drug dealers on board, and then you hide all the credits you can get from them using like Beth to just get that initial burst at the start. Algo Trading, which allows you to hide a couple of credits as well at the start of your turn. A very interesting deck. Definitely one of the most unique deck lists of the week we've had in quite a while. How I can get it to work, however, is another story. So this could be an educational experience. It could be Car Crash TV, but I hope you enjoy it. Well, we find ourselves up against Controlling the Message. It's almost like they knew what they were playing against. So, yeah. We're going to mulligan this hand, looking for drug dealers and draw. And Pang 4 podcast fan, which is very, very good. Yeah, this should be interesting. Control the Message is not what we wanted to see. Hopefully we can find our magnum opus early, or we're in a lot of trouble. So I might get a couple of draws off first, go for a drug dealer, and see what it brings us. Well, we got our draw for next turn sorted at least. But hopefully they're not playing an all-seeing eye, because that will end us. Plascrete could be useful, but of course if they're playing the fast advanced version of this, it's not going to do much for us. Really, they're just trying to bury us in tags. So we're looking for networking, and we're looking for money ASAP. After that, we'll see how it goes. The good thing about Control the Message is they don't play much ice. However, some of it is big, so we got to watch out for that. And they're definitely not suffering from money woes. So let's crack a diesel, see what it brings us. Brings us more diesels, of course. And I don't think many of these cards are good to us at the moment. I'm just going to credit up. It seems bad. Running also seems bad. Hunting grounds turns off. Toll booth and pop-up, so I might just stick that down. Take 2 credits, just essentially taking 1 credit. Or we can just hide the money from this by installing Chameleon. I think that's the general purpose of it, so yeah, let's do that instead. And let's sack. Political operative actually is probably the one to go, even though there's immediate targets. It it is probably the least useful. Well, there's networking at least. That might do us some good. But we are getting so buried in tags whenever we run. Let's diesel and try and find something good. There's Da Vinci, that is something. There's algo trading, that is hilarious. Let's try it. We'll just put it down for the moment. And put Da Vinci down as well. And have a little cry. I think we can get rid of admin. We could probably get rid of Maker's Eye. We have the same old thing. There's the Sensi. And now they power draw for whatever they're looking for. Second Da Vinci could be good. If this is breaking news though, we're already very, very far behind. Actually, regardless of what it is, this is not a great situation for us. We could legwork here, but Sensi should allow them to keep hand free. Could diesel and just keep power drawing through. Get our Da Vinci down. Try and get something good for free. Beth is alright actually. Let's do that. Let's see what we can do with 5 clicks. Get rid of the mem chip for the moment. And get rid of Chameleon. Chameleon could be good. Probably Plascrete. So there's a sound sign. Breaking news. Yep. And now we lose all our resources. Oh. Oh, that's nice. Alright, they're flexing on us. They're showing off. Ugh. Okay. So we got 5 clicks to do something magical. And we're going to get a free credit, which we're going to lose. Unless... So yeah, we lost the one from Beth to that. How miserable. So we could legwork here. Is there a point? Maybe, maybe not. We can... Yeah. Well, they didn't try and kill us there, or rather, ruin all of this stuff. So maybe we do. Last turn we can put down SMC anyway. But let's see what we're dealing with. Maybe they've decided to go really, really fast. In which case they might have kept a few agendas. We can only hope. Pad, that's fine. And toll booth. Yep, this is rough. To get this to work with, at the moment we need to click up for 4 credits. And then start moving things over. Every eyes here is kind of fine for us. I'm not too attached to anything in hand. Oh, it gets worse. Okay, tags it is. So we got 4 clicks. Credit this down. Let's run R&D and see what we got. Unfortunately, if we do steal any big agenda, we're going to get hit immediately with the exchange. But here's the power of Nasir coming into play, where they don't want to give you money for free. There's a film critic that's not going to do too much for us because she'll immediately be trashed. Huh. Trans-suffrage movement for psychographics. I'm a big fan of this card, actually. Can be tricky to get to work, although controlling the message gives you a bit more freedom than most decks would. Sweeps is a good option. And hard hitting news again isn't a bad idea. Get us to 8 tags, and then it's much easier to psychographics out a Beal. Okay. So likely to be something really small, like a resistor. Maker's Eye could be useful. We could of course try and get rid of tags. And perhaps we will. Let's run R&D again, see what we're dealing with. We haven't found our Faust or anything like that yet, which is quite inconvenient. So, resistor, hooray, Nasir. The reason you don't play him. And we can get Chameleon out, but we can't break it. So that'll happen. And even putting money on this is really hurtful, actually. So let's make them use the Jackson at least. Hooray! Unfortunately, nothing to sell it to. So let's just take a credit and networking. Getting rid of you, and more than likely, actually, probably don't need 3 Da Vincis. At the moment, at least. So psychographics still seems like a good pick here. Yep. And they could in fact win the game. Hey look, Magnum Opus showed up. Too little too late though, I'd say. So we're going to lose that. Putting them up to 5, they can install psychographics. Yep, that's good. So yeah, Control the Message was exactly the deck we did not want to see in this game. And unfortunately it's exactly what we did see. But Pine 4 played really, really well. Some flashy stuff as well with the breaking news into Project Beal. Really liked that. Maybe I was too conservative. Tried to get money off this maybe earlier. But yeah, maybe give it a whirl. See what you think. If you have any insight as to how to play it, please let me know. Because as you can see, I'm a little in the dark. But I hope you enjoyed.